10 months in and we're tracking the best. The numbers of these crossovers are just amazing. And the CX-50 Hybrid is going to help us cross the finish line. More car vids. More car vids. What's up, everybody? I'm Jonathan Sewell Sales at Mitchell Mazda on the Boulevard in Enterprise, Alabama. And in this edition of Mazda News Update, we're talking about the best, the biggest, the fantastic October that we had, and everything was tracking the way we want. And you'll hear in just a minute when we talk about specific numbers and year-to-date totals, but it's getting real, it's getting big, it's gonna be the best. October sales totals in the USA were 37,307. That's over 58% more than last October. Almost unbelievable. And that brings our year-to-date total to 350,759 in the USA. That is amazing. Last year's sales total was 363,000. And if we rewind, 2022 was kind of, chip shortage and all that. But 2021, as we still had availability carry us through the year, was the best year since 1994. And we're already tracking more than some total Mazda years, and we're not finished yet. October was the 6th consecutive year of sales growth year over year. So I expect November and December to track as well with increased inventory and new product availability in the CX-70 and, of course, the CX-50 Hybrid. Speaking of the CX-50 Hybrid, some are starting to arrive now this last weekend and some the first half of this week. So make sure and check your local dealer's inventory because 38 MPG is going to be amazing. CPO Sales with 6,027 in the USA. That was a 25% increase year over year. So not just the new vehicles, but Mazdas altogether are becoming more popular, making more Mazda passionate owners and drivers, which thrills me. As we mentioned, October was the best ever October on record with that 37,307, but that also trickled down to some specific crossovers. We had the best October of CX-30, the best October of CX-50, the best October of CX-90, and the best ever of CX-70, which means it eclipsed last month's sales totals. Our neighbors to the north, Mazda Canada, was 6,808. That was a 25% increase. And our neighbors to the south, Mazda Motor de Mexico, with 8,456 total. That was a 21% year-over-year growth. So you know what that means. Congratulations to all of our new Mazda owners and drivers. Thank you for your continued support in business. And I really can't wait to see what happens in November and December because we're going north of 400,000 and it's going to be kind of easy in this final stretch considering we have 2 months to sell 50,000 and we did 37,000 in October. So I'm really excited to see how they're going to push. So it'll be exciting to see what that final sales total for 2024 ends up being. Now let's jump into the individual product line totals, starting with the Mazda 3. In October, it was 3,490, and you can see the breakdown of sedan and hatchback, 2,457 and 1,033 respectively. Mazda 6, of course, gone. MX-5 Miata at 911, and that was an increase year over year. And the breakdown of soft top to RF is 482 to 429, pretty even almost. CX-3, gone. CX-30 with that best ever October, 7,216. And you can see that was about a 22% year over year increase. CX-5 in the 5-digit club, 10,166. What a dramatic increase over last year, about 30%. So even though it wasn't the best ever, CX-5 still holding steady. CX-9, gone. CX-50 with its best ever October, 7,771. man, that more than doubled last year's numbers. MX-30, gone. CX-70 with almost 1,000 more than last month. A new best ever at 2,517. And there's no doubt that the extra bonus cash that we saw in this region was a contributing factor, and I think they will continue to incentivize this CX-70 and the CX-90 pretty strong, as they're still wanting to see big growth out of those large crossovers. CX-90 at 5,236 for its best ever October, and that gives us the total in cars 4,401, total in trucks 32,906. For that October 2024, grand total of 37,307. Again, congratulations to all of you new Mazda owners. Thank you for your continued business, and I'm excited to see if November and December are going to be just as big. But of course, before we move past October, we want to see you in the comments if you purchased a new Mazda in October. So make sure you drop down below what you purchased, and certified, new, whatever the case may be, so we can give you some hearts. And last month in October, we saw the 2025 CX-30s roll in, which basically finished all of the 2025 transition. And of course, the 2024s were selling like hotcakes because they had strong incentives and some extra conquest cash trying to convert some of those over to Mazda, which seemed to work and be pretty effective. I know here on the Boulevard, we about cleaned out of CX-30s, so that was a exciting thing to see. And I really am excited to see how this CX-50 Hybrid takes off. And remember, 400,000 this year, and they're shooting for 450 to 500 next year. So we're going to continue to see an increase in production, continue to see an increased incentives with low APRs from Mazda Financial Services. So make sure and check out all the specials for November, and make sure to keep a special eye around Black Friday and that Thanksgiving weekend, because last year, if you remember, they really went heavy on some extra rebates. And that could be something they do again just to push us into December. So make sure you check out that. I'm not saying miss out on the car you want, but I want you to make sure and get all the specials and deals that you can. I think that wraps it up for this edition of Mazda News Update. I will be here on the Boulevard keeping up and listening for all the latest Mazda news, and I will see you on the next one.